But we begin the night with Chris Stirewalt and Howie Kurtz, who are right here with me on the set. Great to see you guys both here in the spin alley.
Man, how about that?
Your reaction, Stirewalt.
Well, how about them apples? That's what I say. We've been waiting to get down to it, and we got down to it.
They did, and they went for it. I mean, Palmieri was like, oh, we're just gonna. I mean, that was spin, I suppose.
We're gonna have a conversation with the American people. Blah 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 blah. Pow 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 pow. I think she had a better night than he did. But he definitely didn't take himself out of anything. And I would remind any Trump supporters who are feeling a little uneasy about the performance tonight, there are 3 of these suckers, right? And he's going to get better at this.
Look at what happened with Romney and President Obama.
Exactly. He's going to get better at these things as he is aware of the format and understands it better. He let a lot of opportunities go by this time, especially on her email. There was shades of Romney and Benghazi with Obama that he just let the email issue just slide right off the table and didn't press her on that.
He had one line comeback that was good.
That was a very good line where he talked about that it was intentional and there was all that, but he let it go because she distracted him by making fun of his taxes.
Right. And how are your thoughts?
The good news for Donald Trump is that he discussed serious issues for 90 minutes with the former Secretary of State, didn't commit any major gaffes, but Hillary Clinton won the night on points. She was aggressive out of the gate, and in basketball terms, she controlled the ball. So even when Donald Trump was scoring points, he was doing so in response to her on her issues. She particularly was strong during the birther exchange, his tax returns, him stiffing private businessmen. And sure, Trump scored some points, but she kind of controlled the tempo of the evening. She also had some help, I think, from Lester Holt.
How so? What do you mean? You're a media critic.
Well, for all the debate,
Lester.
For all the debate about Lester Holt and would he fact check and so forth, the most aggressive questions from the NBC moderator, the most attempts at fact checking, and the most interruptions were all aimed at Trump, particularly on the birther issue, on the race issue, and on the tax return issue. I don't think there's any question about it.
Well, if you don't, I mean, to be fair, I thought Lester Holt did a pretty good job.
He let them go at it, which was good.
It was a tough situation, but on those instances you're talking about, Trump didn't answer the question. Right?
Trump was deflecting, but on the email, the only thing he asked Hillary Clinton was to respond to Donald Trump bringing it up as opposed to crafting a tough question for her.
Well, you can do it like that as a moderator if you know you want to get to it. The point is to get them talking about it. But he opened the debate with a subject very favorable to Trump.
Yeah.
And Trump had a very solid 15, 20 minutes on TPP and trade, and he was doing great in the beginning, right?
Right.
It wasn't until he was put on the defense that things started to feel different.
And then Lester Holt goes into the barn, opens the door, opens all the stable doors, and waits there for Trump to come run all the horses out and trample her on email, and he starts going back to his taxes. He just let it go.
I think Hillary Clinton's bemused expression as she responded to and deflected some of Donald Trump's one-liners got under his skin. He started to talk louder, faster, as if trying to compete with her. And as time went on, it seemed to me that he got a little more disjointed, and she was...
But you tell me whether she got a little cocky in the end there. There was that one shot with the shoulders, and she had done a good job of keeping her composure throughout the debate. She had a couple lines that fell flat where she said, I think he's making fun of the fact that I stayed home to prepare for this debate. You know what else I prepare for? The presidency.
Yeah.
It was like...
Snap, like Zorro snap.
And Trump, it was just a throwaway comment he made. Like, I was in these cities, you weren't there. I don't know if you tell me whether it required a response or the shoulder shake.
She also made a notable error on the same thing about being cocky, about being arrogant. At the end, when Lester Holt teed it up and said, Mr. Trump, you said she didn't look like a president, didn't look presidential. Is that about her gender? Is that about her being a woman? And her answer was that stupid thing that she says all the time about, I flew to this many countries and I did that. And I'm like, you're letting it go by? Then she realized belatedly, right,
wait, I have
8 things that I'm supposed to say about him being sexist, and I forgot to say them.
And she kind of jammed it in.
Yes.
All right. I want to stand you by. We're going to get back to you guys because we have Charles.